All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are digging into a blueprint for a total, radical personal transformation. And I'm not talking about small, incremental changes. We're talking about a complete reinvention of who you are. And this quote right here, this is the entire point of our journey today. Becoming unrecognizable isn't an insult. It's the ultimate proof of progress. It means you finally shed that old version of yourself. You know, the one who made excuses, ducked challenges, and pretty much lived on autopilot. This is about stepping into a brand new identity that commands respect, starting with your own. So, where does a change this big even begin? Well, it starts by admitting that being stuck hurts. Maybe you feel like you're living inside a mold that someone else made for you, trapped by predictability and what everyone else expects. You wake up, you go through the same motions, think the same old thoughts, and then you wonder why you feel so damn invisible. Look at this. It lays out that cage perfectly. Over on the left, that's life on autopilot. You're just reacting to things, you're predictable, and you're letting everyone else tell you who you are. But on the right, that's the alternative. A life lived with intention. You're powerful, you're certain, and you're defined completely by you. And you know what? The only thing separating these two realities is one single decision. If you really want people to do a double take when they see you, to think, whoa, something is different, then you have to become unpredictable in the best way possible. It means you have to consciously, deliberately break the cycles you're trapped in. Real, lasting transformation, it's always born from that kind of discomfort. So the very first real act of transformation is a decisive one. You have to destroy your old self. This isn't about gentle improvement. It's a ruthless, calculated break from your past. Think about it. Before you can build something new and incredible, you've got to be willing to tear down what's already there. Okay, so where do you start? Right here, with this life audit. Now, column 1, that's the easy part, what's already working for you. But column 2, that's where the real work begins. And brutally honest means exactly that. You've got to list everything, the small frustrations, the daily compromises, all the excuses you keep telling yourself. Then, in column 3, you build your 90-day battle plan. No vague resolutions here, just specific, non-negotiable changes. This becomes your foundation. Destroying the old you means you're basically waging war on your environment. Start with your physical space. A clean, organized environment leads to a clear, focused mind. Then you declutter your digital world. Get rid of those time-wasting apps. And finally, and this is probably the toughest part, you have to let go of people who are invested in keeping you small. They might not even be bad people. They're just anchors to a past you are desperately trying to escape. This quote just hits it perfectly, doesn't it? Real change demands sacrifice. You have to make a conscious, irreversible commitment to leave your old self behind for good. This is that moment, that line in the sand, where you stop tolerating your own mediocrity. Once you cross it, there's no going back. All right, so the old you has been dismantled. Now it's time to build the new you. And this is a two-front war. You got to fight it on the outside and the inside at the same time. Your physical self and your mindset have to be rebuilt together, side by side. Let's talk about the outer war first. Your body is a direct reflection of your discipline. And upgrading your style, that's not shallow. It's a signal to yourself and to the world that a change has already happened. Training with real intensity doesn't just build muscle, it forges a mind that doesn't quit. And mastering your presence, your posture, your eye contact, that communicates strength before you even open your mouth. Now for the inner war. This is the real engine of transformation. It all starts with the words you use. I'll try is dead. From now on, it's I will. You detox your mind from all the useless noise and you start feeding it knowledge that makes you stronger. You learn to control your focus, and maybe most importantly, you learn to respond to life with intention instead of just reacting on pure impulse. This is where true power is forged. And this is how those two fronts connect. You start embodying the person you want to become right now. Your new posture, your confident way of speaking, these physical actions send powerful signals to your own brain and to the world that you're not that same person anymore. You are literally forcing the change into existence. So you've started rebuilding, but what keeps that momentum going? Look, motivation is flaky. It shows up when it feels like it and disappears when you need it most. The real engine of change isn't motivation, it's a system. A system creates discipline, and discipline, well, discipline guarantees results. And that brings us to this core concept, relentless action. See, most people wait until they feel ready to do something, but ready is a myth. It's a lie we tell ourselves. Action has to come first. The feeling of readiness comes later. It's about committing to push forward every single day, no excuses, especially on the days you don't feel like it. So what does a system actually look like in practice? It looks like this. It's not about raw willpower. It's a structure that basically automates your success. Owning the morning, training hard, doing focused work, this kind of routine eliminates decision fatigue and makes progress your new default setting. This might just be the single most important idea in this entire breakdown. Your success is not going to be determined by how ambitious your goals are. It's going to be determined by the daily structure you build and actually stick to. A powerful system makes a powerful outcome pretty much inevitable. Okay, we have destroyed the old, we've started rebuilding the new, and we've installed the system to run it all. This brings us to the final stage, locking it all in. This is where your new identity stops being an act and becomes who you actually are. You know, ultimately, the change becomes something people can feel. It's this invisible force. It's in the way you carry yourself, the certainty in your voice, the sheer energy you radiate. You become impossible to ignore, not because you got louder, but because your presence now speaks volumes for you. And this visualizes the true scale of that shift. You've gone from being just a passenger in your own life, reacting to whatever happens, to being the architect, commanding your direction with absolute intention. The difference is truly night and day. And this is so critical to remember. Document your journey, but do it for an audience of one, you. This isn't for social media, it's not for validation. The videos of your struggles, the journals where you wrote down your doubts, those become your own private monuments to self-respect. They're for you to look back on and see just how far you've really come. So the blueprint is laid out. It's right here in front of you. But the decision to pick up the tools and start building, that belongs entirely to you. The only question left is, who are you going to decide to be?